Hey, it's Leela. I am going to share with you a quick video on how I retrieve patterns out of the ScanNCut, the SDX325, and how I cut patterns from the ScanNCut using the fabric mat. So what I have here is the ScanNCut fabric mat. I'm going to lay it down. Grab a little piece of fabric I have here, lay it on the mat. This fabric has a bit of best press on it that I let saturate for a while, and then I ironed it really well. Pressed it, ironed it, pressed it. So I'm going to lay it down. And I don't have any stabilizer or anything on this fabric, which I normally do because I use stabilizer for my t-shirt quilts and things like that. But I am doing a test on how well this mat will cut without stabilizer on the back of the fabric. Just want to get all the little puckering out that I see here. Go. I'll grab my mat and move this closer. Place my mat into these two little slots here on these edges, and then move it up so you can see. All right, I want you to be able to see the screen. So I have my mat into the two little slots. I'm going to click this button, which is to scan the mat. It loads the mat into the machine. So now that it's loaded, I can click on the pattern button here, and I will choose any pattern to do. Like I like these borders, they're very nice. Those are really nice. You wanted to cut something, you'll be able to cut that, and you can size it up to be larger or smaller or whatever you want to do. You go back. There are other borders in here in the system. Lots of borders. Look at the hearts. Isn't that cute? I like this. This is one of my favorites also. Go back. Let you see the rest of them. There are lots of different designs in here, but today I'm choosing the shapes, and you'll see all the different shapes here in the system already there. The hearts are very nice, different size hearts. So you can choose something that you like to cut, and for now I want to cut this for sure. And you can make it larger. Show you how large it'll go. If I hold it down, it can go all the way up to about as large as the mat. The mat is 12 by 12, so this goes 11.52 inches. That's pretty big. I can cut a pattern that large, but I'm going to go back, add it back. The normal size is 3.942. You can also go into, you can do percentage, and you can also go in and add seam allowance and things like that, all the little fancy stuff. I'm going to leave it at about, just going to make it 4 even. And I'm going to click set. And as you can see, it's there on the screen in red. I think you can see that there. Make it a little bit bigger. Here's on the screen. I can move it around to however I want it, and I'll leave it over in the corner there. And here, this little button tells you can scan your mat, so you can see how much fabric or paper, whatever you put down on the mat. It says Scan the mat and show as background. Put material to scan on the mat and set it to the machine. Press start. Press the start key to scan. Now it has scanned what I have on the mat. So it shows how my fabric is cut off a bit there because that's all the fabric I actually have. It's exactly what I have on the mat. That's what I have on the mat. So that is what it's showing me there on the screen. Make it large again. So back to the screen. Since I've scanned the mat, we can see that my fabric stops right around here, that little ragged edge that I have there. And here on the screen is where my actual item is that I added, the pattern that I want to cut. So I know I have to leave it up here in the corner. Make sure that it's on the actual fabric. And if I want to add another pattern, because I do have more room on my mat to cut, I can add fabric there. Let me go back and show you what I just did. I clicked on add pattern, and there's my shapes again, and there's another shape that I wanted to cut. It would be this one, and it's very small. I'm just gonna make it a 4, the width. And the height is now 2. So I'm going to click set. And now it's on the screen. Let me click edit. And there it is on the screen here. I can move it over into the corner here. Come on. Move it right about there. Let me click OK. And hopefully both of them are on here. I did click add. So let's just check. Let me hit OK. So now I have both the patterns on the screen. There's one and here's the other. I am going to go and add one more pattern. Click add, pattern, here. I could even do a letter just to show you. I'm not going to do a letter because I really would put a piece of interfacing behind if I was going to do a letter. And I'm just testing to see if these will work out. Let's add this one. Okay, click set. I'm going to leave it at the size that it's on. And I am going to click edit so that I can move it around. Make sure that it's going to have enough space to cut. And let me go to object edit. You can do a lot of different things if you want to do object edit as well. You can duplicate and you can mirror and all kind of things, just so you know. You can have it with the background on or off. Let me see what happens when you turn it on. Click OK. So now I can see my patterns even clearer because now my fabric is showing in the background and I can see where they are in case I want to move them around. And again, with this, you can click on one and you can click this button to duplicate it. Let me click 2, click OK. And I want to move that so that I can make sure that it has space to cut on fabric. I can duplicate that big one there by clicking that button. Click, I want 2 of them. OK. And now I can move this down and I can actually turn it around if I wanted to. With this button right here. I can rotate it by 90 degrees. So now I know that I got enough room here to cut that one as well. Move this up just a little bit. And now I'm going to click OK. I have all my patterns the way I want them on the screen here. I'm going to click OK. And if I want to do any more editing, I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to click OK again. And now I'm going to click OK again. It says, please select, because I want to cut. and I could do a quick test if I wanted to. I think I'm going to do a quick test, and let's see what happens, just to show you. So it's showing me right here that it would test right in the middle of where I'm trying to cut. So I want to move that over. Let's see if I can get to it without knocking everything over. Well, I just lied. I can't move it over, so I'm going to move. I don't want to cut. I don't want to test right in the middle, and I know I can move it, but I can't remember how. Let's see if this moves it. No, that doesn't move it. So this is real time. Let's click OK. And I'm going to have to turn the test cut off because I don't know how to move it. What I can do though here is, let me go back. I can take this and move it down. Now that I know what a test is going to be. Can move this over here. Got space over there. That's the beauty of being able to see what you're going to have on the screen. Move this here, here, and now I'm going to click OK. Please select, cut, and then I will click test. Now my test is right there, the little red mark. See how much you can see that. I keep putting my hands in the way, sorry about that. That little red mark right there is going to be my test. Put this down. And I'm going to click start. Because I had a pressure at 5. So it says 1 minute cut. And I'm not sure if I need to have my little knob up or down on this one because I changed it earlier. I have the rotating blade in the system there. So let's see what happens with the test. It cut a little bit here. Let me put it back down so you can see what I'm doing here. It cut a little bit right there, that little section. So the test cut went well. Put this down. I need to make sure that my fabric is laid down again. Let's try this again. So now we're going to hit start, and I'll be cutting what I have on the screen here. So it's a 2 minute cut. So it says it's finished cutting. I am going to click OK. And then I will pick up the fabric from the mat. And I can see where some of it kind of came up just a little bit, but not bad without any interfacing. And those are my cuts. Pretty good, I might add. It's a perfect little quilt pattern there. This one. This one. This one. Here's our little test cut. I will hit this button over here to remove the mat. Place it out of my way. And I'll let you see how the cuts came out. Not bad, not bad at all. And this is how the fabric looks that it came from. I could still get a few extra cuts out of the little sides here and there if I wanted to. Definitely going to save this. So this is what happens when you use the ScanNCut to cut fabric without using any interfacing, but a nicely starched fabric, cotton fabric. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and keep tuning in for more behind the scenes on the BrotherScanNCut, embroidery, sewing, and many other crafts. Bye now.